Welcome everybody here to Freaky Fast Broadcasting as we have the Underdog Racing League for their truck series taking on the world's fastest mile here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. And like we say, it's Bristol, baby. It's going to be one of those fine nights here on Freaky Fast where we get to experience 150 laps of pure action here in these truck series. It's going to be so much fun. And remember, Freaky Fast Broadcasting is brought to you by ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing, as they are a wonderful partner we have here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. But man, we got so much in store for you tonight. I am Zach Hall in the booth. Alongside me calling the shots and running these beautiful camera shots. We got to give that a major shout out because Robert does an amazing job at getting these views. But Robert Moyer Jr. joining us up in the booth. How you doing tonight, Robert? And what can we expect to see at your favorite track?
My favorite track, you lie. Anyways, what I expect to see is hopefully short track racing, man. Like you said, world's fastest track, smallest, fastest, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, man. Man, it's gonna be fun. That's all I can say about this track, Zach. I see it's gonna be a lot of beating and banging, and I think guys are gonna have to use their bumper and to move some guys out of the way to try to get some track position. From the times that I am seeing everybody's putting down, they are right on top of each other with a 14.81 by Jason. Nate is gonna put down a 14.85. Matt is gonna have a 14.85. James Loveland's gonna have a 14.89. I mean, this whole field is just stacked.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go all the way to the 9th before you get into the 15-second bracket with Nick Alves there. So, it, like you said, very stacked, and that's something you normally see at this place. That only being a half a mile, it is hard to put the time distance in between yourself. So, you're going to be stacked up on top of each other all night with these 22 race trucks on this racetrack, putting on a show for us. And I'm excited. We got a stage at lap 50 of our 150 laps here tonight. So, right there, lap 50, we'll get the stage completed. Then from there, 100 laps on, these guys will go to battle. And I tell you what, this place is very tough. You're going to have to transverse traffic, not only moving your line from bottom to top, but it's going to be all over the place. And that's something I really want to stay is going to be the critical point for me as a driver sitting here watching. The bottom lane compared to the top lane. Can they use that bottom lane? Because if we can get that bottom lane to work, we're going to have a fantastic race in store for us here on the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway.
Exactly, Zach. And we've seen that in the past where that bottom line has come in and it became the line to run. And, I've been told by you and some other fellow drivers that if you can run that bottom line, you save your right front tire. And that's going to be the key here. You're going to get a lot of speed up top, but it's all about saving that right front tire for at least to get to the first stage to see where your tires are at and see how much wear you have on them and what kind of adjustments you're going to want to do for the final 100 lap stint here with Underdog Racing League.
Yeah, that's a great point, Robert. Yeah, that bottom lane, less speed carrying down there, is just equal to less load on that right front tire, so less wear there. So that speed difference, yeah, you're going to find the speed up top like you're saying. It's going to be there. But can you do that every single lap without overstepping that boundary? That's a really easy thing to do here at this track. Get it right up into that wall. And I tell you, there's a few times you get into that wall, you start to hurt those aerodynamics. Yes, this is a half mile, but these guys are going pretty quick through the corners. You can definitely knock that right front fender off and suffer from it here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Not only that, but the key really to me here tonight is being able to move to both lanes. If you go up top and you can only stay up top and you can't make a pass on the bottom, you're never going to make a pass. You have to be able to set people up to make that bottom work, and it takes a lot of patience to be able to roll right around that bottom lane and make it work. It's one of the arts of this place. It's what makes me excited for races like this. You get to see guys that can, not only run the fast line, but also go offline to make those passes, because when you catch traffic, they're not going to be on the bottom lane. They're going to be up top trying to get that speed. So you're going to have to use all your driver ability to go down to that bottom, make the pass, and continue your way on without getting caught. So that usually leads to a kind of an accordion effect that we see here with traffic and race trucks. But we have qualifying coming to the end here. Jason Finsler on the pole for tonight's race here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, and we will pull up our starting grid here for tonight's event here at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
I never even
Started
seen
from-
qualifying. Sorry,
Right. Oh no, you're good.
I'd never even seen qualifying.
Yeah, they put that thing down fast, man. But qualifying
We were talking away. Yeah, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I totally missed qualifying.
Hey, that tells you we were on to something good there. Our trains of thoughts was what we were talking about.
Oh, man.
Here's your starting grid here for tonight. Jason Finsler able to bring it home on that pole position here tonight, starting from first. Second's going to go to Nate Morrison, the 22. Third is going to be the 89 of Matt Job. Fourth will be Trevor Earhart. Fifth's going to go to James Loveland. Sixth is Ian Baker. Justin Stunnard will start from the 7th position. 8th will go to Christopher Heights. 9th is going to be Lance Durham in the 91 truck. 10th will go to Nick Alves. 11th will be Eddie Wildermuff. 12th will go to Sean Huffstuffler. 13th will go to Michael Newman. 14th, Dylan Walterman. 15th is Mike Aiello Jr. 16th, Jake Williams. 17th, Carl Kooks. 18th, John Magner. 19th will go to Kevin Orlando Jr. 20th is Brett Somers. 21st, Dennis Steele. And rounding out your field in the 23rd position is Scott Kerberg. As we will get these trucks rolling off the grid here and get ready to do battle at the world's fastest half mile, as we will have 2 pace laps here. Let these guys get a little bit of thought process in their brain before they go around this track. But, man, it's going to be a fun night. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting.
That is correct. One more time around here, and we're going to set them sail. We're going to crank it up, and let's get a little freaky. Let's get a little nuts, like Zach likes to say, and let's go fast.
I like fast. I'm a big fan of going fast.
Oh, he doesn't like the word nuts. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
I mean, certain, like
Peanuts. M&M's.
Yeah, peanuts are great. Yeah. The M&M's with the peanuts in it, oh, those are good too. I love those.
Yeah, see? All right. Going to get a bag after this race is over.
There we go.
All right. Pace truck's about ready to duck in there, sir. We're going to go.
Green, green, green.
And there we are. Green flag in the air as my dogs are cheering on the race.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, man, a quick caution there.
Yeah,
to
first
bring out.
lap. There's a lot of vehicles involved into that one, Zach.
Looks like maybe Christopher Heights is the first there in the 23 truck to get out of shape there, Robert. So we have to see what happened here on the Freaky Fast replay as we go back and look here. Here's the 23 Christopher Heights going through 1 and 2. As he come out of turn 2 here, coming down here, I think is where his issue is. He enters in 3, just loses the rear end. I think that's cold tires mostly. Then from there, multiple trucks nowhere to go and getting lots of damage on these race trucks to start this 150 lap event. A lot of trucks with engine damage, but they do have a faster rear. That is one thing that is huge.
Yeah. Wow. What a wreck. Took a lot of these vehicles out, but like you said, they got one fast repair here, so now they just got to take it easy. But that's something we're going to be talking about all night, Zach, is this track is not a self-cleaning track. If something happens in front of you, everybody else is going to come piling into you.
No, that's exactly right, Robert. It's so easy to get into somebody else's mess here because you can't really see around the corner. And like you said, it's a self-cleaning racetrack, so stuff just goes everywhere. It's banked on the front straightaway, the back straightaway, the corners, everywhere there's some banking. So the cars are just moving all over the place. They don't really, when they wreck, they don't stay in one spot. And it's very easy not to be able to get slowed down. The track's not very wide. There's not a lot of place to go and run and hide. So you're kind of, just out there without a paddle, I guess you could say, like going down a river. So it's not very easy to miss stuff. And it looks like we're already getting back double file here. But the one thing we will have to pay attention to, Robert, is I'm looking at info. for every 10x these drivers accumulate, which if anybody doesn't know what 10x means, that means incident points. So when you get contact with another driver, you get incident points. Both drivers do. So after 10 points of incident points, you will get a pit road penalty, which is a black flag, which is huge. That's a huge penalty here at Bristol. And then every 5 after that. So you got to be careful here early not to rack up too many of them incident points, or you will be having black flags here coming tonight.
Yeah, yeah, wow.
Green,
Especially
green,
at Bristol, that is take it easy as we are back green here, and we'll see if we can get a couple laps in as we start on lap number 6 here with Underdog Racing League.
Oh, looks like some great racing already going on here. The 94, Sean Hosteller. Oh, Matt Job. Oh, multiple trucks involved here in a second caution early here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. That's this place can breed that, man. It's an immediate thing that usually that does happen here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, where cautions can breed cautions. We'll have to see exactly what happened there, though. So it seems like we're not getting triggered. So yes, exactly. So it looks like we won't be able to exactly get the replay there. And that's why it was really, from looking back at it, looks like the 88 of Ian Baker getting into the 89 of Matt Job. And then from there, Ian Baker went around, Matt Job went around, James Loveland involved, Sean Huffstutler. Actually, I don't believe it was Sean Huffstutler. Actually, looks like he actually made it through. But yeah, about 4 or 5 trucks there involved in this second caution here of the night. We got a few trucks hitting pit road, and that's mostly for trucks getting some damage fixed on those race trucks, getting some engines repaired, because there's definitely some hurt engines there early. But yes, second caution quickly here, Robert. Man, that's what this place can accumulate. It can accumulate big wrecks very quickly.
Yeah, welcome to Bristol. Welcome to some short track racing. Bristol is it can be a fun track if you know how to drive it, and it's all about, you know, racing the track and not your opponent, especially here, because these guys are clocking at least about 130 going into the turns. So, you know, going in that fast and then everybody slowing up, and you know, you just gotta decide. Patience is key here tonight.
Yeah, these guys are going to be doing upwards of 140 here in those corners, and speed's going to drop around 105, 100 mile an hour, you know, somewhere in that range.
On a half-mile track.
On a half mile, yes.
That's fat. I mean, they're clocking, 14 seconds around a lap?
Yeah, 14 seconds a lap. I mean, that's 20 years ago, in a stock car, that was unheard of. If you ran a 15-second lap around here, you were getting it. Nowadays, the cars are just really fast. I mean, even the trucks. I mean, we're here with trucks tonight with lower horsepower, and these trucks they get around here so quickly.
Do you think that we will ever see a 13-second?
I wouldn't put it past it. Now, I know the Cup Series, they qualify usually in the low 13s. Or 13s, wow. Low 14s. So with this current car, I feel like if they had 900 horsepower, they most likely would. But I think with the 750 package, it's a little bit more difficult to accumulate that. But the downforce levels are so high that, yeah, the speeds are ridiculous around here. I know in sprint cars, they go around here, I think they're upwards of 12 seconds. So that's pretty crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think the lap record is from a sprint car around here. I'm not sure. I might have to look that up here in a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely the world's fastest half mile, as they say, as the pace truck pulls off this time. And we're going to go back. Green flag racing is Jason Fensler in the 5. He's been very strong out front so far with these herd of cautions. He's definitely liking that, I feel like. But I think a lot of drivers are ready to get this going, as here we go out of turn 1 and 2. Very clean start so far.
Looks like everybody right now, Zach, is going to calm down. It looks like they're just going to take it easy as the field's going to try to get sorted out. Single file here. Looking very good and clean out there right now.
Very clean racing, as we're seeing right on board with Eddie Wildermuth here in the 26th, as he's in the 7th position up from the 11th. I mean, we've got some pretty big movers. I mean, in the 5th position right now, Dylan Walterman qualified in the 14th position. I mean, that just shows you get those wrecks how many people got caught up in them. There's a lot of people who have moved forward as we're looking back here at the 20 of Carl Cooks.
Now, a lot of these guys opted to, maybe just get their vehicle fixed, not use their fast repair, because you can see a lot of damage. And, it's a little bit of damage here at Bristol, Zach, is not going to harm them too bad compared to major damage. So, like the 29 there, he can, he can still do what he needs to do there of Williams there. He can keep it going there. It looks like he's running in 13th position right now.
Yeah, up 3 positions from where he started, so that's good to see. But definitely some damage on that right front. Like you said, not going to be devastating as bad as it would at a mile and a half. It does have some effect here, but once you start really exposing that tire, and that splitter is really the big thing. He does have a little bit of splitter damage. It is lifted up a little bit on the right front there, but it's not all the way across. He's making pretty decent downforce on that racetrack still.
And now we watch here, we got Mike, and we also got the 88 of Baker there. These guys now, see, that's what you're talking about. You got one going on the high side, one going on the low line, and look at it, there's just side by side.
Yeah, and you're going to see the low line charge forward to the bottom here. Ian Baker's going to drop back into the outside lane, try to set up Mike, as Ian's actually charging back through the field after he had to pit and use his fast repair. So Ian from that 6th starting position starting to move his way back up to the field here into the 11th now. But it's interesting. I mean, you see trucks here, they're trying to work the bottom. You got Matt Job, you got the 20 of Carl there. These guys are really trying to work the bottom and get by Jake Williams. As remember, Matt Job here, James Loveland directly behind him in the 89 and the 56 here on the bottom lane. These 2 trucks qualified 3rd and 5th, but were involved in that last caution. So this is them trying to rebound from early incidences.
Beautiful shot of Bristol Motor Speedway as you can watch them going around the track. I like that scene.
Yeah, I mean that just shows you how spread out it gets, and just we've done 24 laps now, and maybe 12 of them been under green. Look how much, the leader's not far behind the last place guys.
Yeah, that's what I was just ready to say. I was thinking what you're thinking there, Zach. Leader's almost got caught up to the tail end of the field here.
And that's the thing, with the stage at lap 50, somebody at some point will go a lap down here, but your biggest thing, I think, at lap 50, if you're a guy near that top 15, edge of the top 15 there, your biggest goal right now, in my opinion, is staying on the lead lap. If you go a lap down at that stage, it's going to be a tough night to work with you.
Yeah, always going a lap down is not a thing that you want to do when it comes to racing.
Yeah, it's never a good thing, especially at Bristol too, where you got a lot of people that will go a lap down. It's easy to put people a lap down, not much distance between these race cars. So it's an easy place to do this. You see James Loveland trying to work the bottom on Carl Cooks here in the 20 and see if he can work that bottom lane. See what he's doing. He's not running exactly the bottom. He's running more the middle, and he made it work as Carl gets into the wall. Matt Job has to make a desperate move to get to the inside and makes that work. So great move there from Loveland and Job as they continue to move forward from their early incident.
Yeah, watching Loveland, what you were saying there before the 20 got into the wall there, he's not running completely low. He's running the center of the turn there, Zach.
Yep. And that personally, that's almost a good compromise between both lines. Running down there, you can set someone up pass, especially if the person you're passing is using the very, very top lane. As you see right ahead of him, Eddie Woodham, he is flirting with the wall, just, rim riding, as they would say, right up there. I mean, look how far that Red Bull truck is up there on the track. But James Loveland, he's going to try to use more of that middle lane here. Just as you can see, look at the difference here. That's going to set him up better than running directly on that bottom and ruining his runoff speed.
Very interesting. Never thought about running the middle line.
Yeah, typically that's one of my favorite places to run a track like this. I feel like that's one of the best places. It's a little more conservative on tire, and it just seems to be if you can make that line work, as you see, makes the pass nice and easy. The thing is if you can make that middle lane work and that makes you your primary line. When you catch somebody that you're faster than, that's running that very, very top lane, then you're usually able to make that pass because you've had the experience to run that middle lane there and put a truck width in between you and that wall. So it's a very interesting thing. There's a little seam. You can see the seam in the track, and that's where I really like to run, is right on that second seam with them left side tires. And it really helps for getting through traffic. That's what I would mostly put it down to. The most speed you're going to find is right up against the wall. I mean, look at the 22 and Nate Morris here. He is literally, searching for everything right now. These guys will at some point jump that cushion, as you'll see. But look at that. Both of them touch the wall there, and that's your leader. So it shows you're trying everything you can. Trevor Earhart behind him in the 25 had a big moment. I'm not sure what happened there from the third position, but that was directly in front of Brett Somers. I'm about to look back exactly what happened. Oh, he got into the wall on the late exit and almost hit the inside wall because
you can see. Yeah, you can see Hobby Lobby is a little Denny.
A little Denny.
Yeah. Just a little bit. He tail swept it.
Looking back at the fourth position here, Robert, and then 94 is Sean Huffstutler. Man, started 12th, up to 4th. Same with Dylan Walsman, directly behind 14th to 5th. You got Mike Aiello Jr. there, 15th to 7th. I mean, multiple trucks here moving on up through this field, doing a great job throughout this race. And, the 94, got to give him credit because, every race that 94 has usually been a contender right up at the front of this field, and he's continuing to prove that here again.
Yes, he is. Looking very strong in the early season here with these guys. A lot of battling going on right now. Back here we got 7th, 8th, 9th position. Back here battling it out.
Great battle here going on. Ian Baker there, as you see Mike Aiello Jr. there get by Justin Stunard there, move himself up to 6th. Ian Baker going to make that bottom lane work to get himself up into the 7th position here as we cross the line for lap 42. So only 8 laps away here from the end of stage number 1 here. It shows you how fast laps can click off here at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
That is
as
correct.
The leaders are in heavy lap traffic. Wow. Looks like Kevin Orlando Jr., Dennis Steele, Scott Kerberg, multiple trucks here going a lap down as the run continues on before the end of the stage. And tell you what, Carl Kooks in the 20 and Jake Williams, they're about 1.5 to 2 seconds at front of our leader. These guys are definitely going to have to hope to step on it here before the end of the stage because that leader is coming quick with the lap times he's running.
And that's the thing, the leader gets up there, and he's got to start battling lap traffic, and then the second place truck will catch up to the first place truck, and then before you know it, you got the top 5 trucks on top of each other, all because of lap traffic. And you're going to see this all night as these guys battle and try to work their way around lap traffic and trucks that don't want to go a lap down. So Bristol offers so much different kind of racing and strategy and things like that.
It really does, Robert. It's a great, it's just great overall with the racing that we can see. I call it the accordion effect, where the field stretches out at the beginning, and then as you said, you get in the lap traffic, it seems to come back in nice and closer. And right now, the one thing I'd say it's separating the field is Jason Finsler is just getting through traffic really good. He got through those cars very well. Nate Morris looks like he's starting to struggle maybe with that truck a little bit, getting a little tight. Now Jason Finsler putting the 20 of Carl Kooks lap down, and Matt Job and Jake Williams not far ahead as they'll become Jason Finsler coming out of the turn 4 there will take the white flag for stage number 1, one final lap here. So he's lapped up to the 13th position. I think that's about all he's going to get here as he goes down to 3 and 4, and the caution should be coming out this next time by. And there it is. Your stage winner, Jason Finsler, as we're waiting on the caution still, as I think the rest of the field still has to translate across the line as no caution yet. There it is. Caution is out on the racetrack, and that is the end of stage number 1 here. Is Jason Finsler showing a lot of speed again. This 5 truck has been I'd say the truck to beat week in and week out here, and it's been impressive to see his continuous growth as a driver.
Yeah, he's been fast, like you said, week in and week out. Do want to give a shout out to everybody on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for tuning in here with the Underdog Racing League here, broadcasted to you by Freaky Fast Broadcasting. We also got Cedric Hunter out there joining us on Facebook. Our other colleague, Brandon Colley. I don't know why he's in chat. He should be up here in the booth. That's just my opinion. Anyway, so oh
Hey,
wow,
man.
we got strategies going on here.
Yeah, people coming down pit road. Definitely, I think this is the right idea to pit here now, and they're coming on down.
We have some trucks that stayed out to lead a lap. 25 stayed out. They don't have to pit on the backstretch, do they?
Well,
yeah, no, I don't think so.
I think they should have the combined pit road here. So I'm not sure if these guys entered the right pit road. We'll have to see, because that can be kind of confusing here at the Bristol Murphy. You got to go
Yeah.
down both pit roads. So we'll see. As Jason Finsler and multiple other trucks went down the other side, then Trevor Earhart there went down the completely other one. So we'll see which one got it right. I don't know. Some of these guys may get a penalty for that, though.
Yeah, I
Oh.
always thought you had to enter coming pit road in turn 4.
Yeah, I believe the way it works with the dual pit road is you actually enter in 2. Is what I believe
Is
happens.
it 2?
But
Yeah, see, I even get
Yeah.
confused.
yeah, so I think
Yeah.
that's how it all works. We'll have to see here. I believe that's how it's working. But
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
the leader got nailed. He's falling back there, Zach. He did. He got nailed. Black flag.
Yeah, that's
He
exactly
entered.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, he entered the wrong pit road.
Yep,
Ow.
and that's easy to do here. You know how many times it's happened in in the real Cup Series and Busch Series that guys have entered the wrong pit road and got a penalty? It's happened multiple times. It's easy to kind of almost forget it. Not only forget it, but the track's so similar all the way around that you're like, am I in turn 3 or turn 4? Or I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
turn 3 and 4 or 1 and 2? You know, so
Yeah.
it's tough. But shout out to everybody out there in chat, and then we got Brandon, out there saying that Sammy Swindell, he said it in the World Outlaw Sprint Car. The lap here record here is a 1386. Hey Brandon, you can do me some other research. What's the Cup Series lap record here?
And that is true, Brendan. I don't like talking. You guys do better than I do. I try to keep up with Zach.
You do a great job. Maybe one day we'll get our friend from the north to come commentate with us.
That'd be awesome.
Old Cedric Hunter.
All right,
How
well,
you doing
getting
tonight,
double
buddy?
file here. Looks like we're going to get ready to go back green.
Yes, we
Green
will.
flag, green
Green
flag.
flag in the air. Nate Morris going to take off with Mike Ella Jr. up into the second position. Ian Baker the third. Nick Alves up to fourth. James Lovell in the fifth. And I tell you what, that right there, the pit stop shook up everything, because I think multiple guys made that same mistake that the 5 made, Robert.
Yeah, I think these 3-4 trucks made it, and it took the trucks from the back to the front. So now the fast trucks are going to have to try to work up through traffic. As we know, they're going to be battling this all night long. Traffic, even though it might not be lap traffic, it might be positioned for that, Oh!
Yellow, yellow.
I think that's Jason.
the
Yes, the 5 just went around.
Oh, no. Third. 4 cautions, even the third for an actual incident.
Let's see.
Man, oh, man. Oh.
Got a replay here. Going down on the low line here. Looking good. Oh, comes up, and I think the 15 came down the wrong place at the wrong time, and I don't think it was an intentional for nobody. It's just they all met at the wrong place at the wrong time, and that 5 just took a hard lick.
Yeah, he did. And really nothing the 15 could do with John Magner. I mean, he was just running his line. And I think Jason, I'm not sure if he thought he was clear or what, but he went to go clear himself. And there was a 15 truck on the outside, and that'll definitely send you around. And he's going to have to use a fast repair here early in this race.
Yep.
Hopefully he can go down the right pit road this time.
Yeah, right. That's it. Yeah, go down the right pit road there, Jason. Don't go in the wrong one there, sir.
Had a few other trucks hit pit road also. But man, 61 laps in the book, but laps click off so fast here. It's one of those places where you literally could have 100 laps to go, which we got less than 100 to go now, and you blink your eyes and you're 10 to go all of a sudden. It's
Yeah.
really crazy.
It's been not bad racing, though, out there. It's just, the track is so dumb. I mean, you're going to see that again. I sound like I'm repeating myself, but man, it's so hard to pass here. And you got trucks all over the place running the same lap times. Very strong trucks that you got running up here in the top 5 right now. You got Nate Morris right now in that 22. He's up there. He was back there running in second, trying to chase down Jason, as we just seen him wind up in a caution, but he got black flagged by entering the wrong pit road, so that sent him back into that position. And look what happened. One mistake winded up, hurting his truck. Well, kinda. He still got fast repair.
Yeah, in looking at it last time, he didn't go down both pit roads. So I'm thinking maybe these guys aren't supposed to go down both pit roads tonight, because there is 2 different settings for Bristol that you can choose.
Oh, there is now?
Yeah, you can choose dual pit roads or one single pit road, and they might be on the dual pit road where there's 2 different separate pit roads. Because he definitely didn't get a black flag here. Maybe why he lost all his positions last time is because he went down both pit roads, which he didn't need to do. So we'll have to monitor that again as we get to, in that area for pit stops again for a caution. We'll have to watch what the leaders do and monitor and make sure we're on top of that, because I'm not sure exactly what happened through all that. But I tell you what, Jason Fensler did not take a fast repair. He has got a lot of damage on that 5 truck still.
That's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to pay attention to see, because I believe they can make it on fuel, can't they?
Oh, they should definitely be able to make it on fuel.
Yeah, that's right. So that's shocking that he wouldn't come down. He's already in the back of the field. So we'll see what kind of game strategy plan he's got going on right here.
So Wilby is the pace truck. Going to pull in this time here out of turn 4. Nate Morris with Mike Aylo Jr. on the front row will lead us back to green flag racing. There's the green back in the air as the 22 Nate Morris takes off and heads down to turn 1 in the 22 machine.
Oh, and Mike got a great start there, too. He fools himself into second position, clears everybody, and he set sail on that 22. Says, I want to lead a couple laps there, sir.
Well, that's a huge thing, Robert. Trevor Earhart there in the 25 making a big move on Nick Alves for the 3rd position. He's actually going to clear and make that pass. Great pass from Trevor Earhart. The big thing there, Robert, is, Mike Aylo Jr. starting in the 2nd position there. You always tend to lose a position by starting on that bottom lane. But he did a great job to clear himself on that bottom lane, slide up in the 2nd, lose nothing, and have a good shot at a possible race victory here tonight.
Yeah, his truck's looking very, very strong in that number 74. He just put down the fastest lap of his race right now, the 15.31. As he's, look at, man, he's really strong entering.
It really is.
Wow.
He's definitely sending it in there. And that's something you can do, but I'd be worried about the longevity of his truck by driving in that deep. As you can see, that's really where he gains his time, but Nate Morris is going to pull away on the exit. Mike's going to have to wait on that throttle with all that speed he's carrying.
Think he'd be probably faster or slower in, faster out?
Yeah, this really the tires is what I would worry about. You see how fast he closes that up on the back of that 22. But the 22 seems to drive away as he gets to his back bumper. What it is, the 22 is going slower in that middle of the corner, allowing him to get on the throttle early. While Mike's still having to wait on his route. He's starting to look, though. He wants to lead. He definitely wants this right now in the 74. Let's see what he can do.
Putting the pressure on him. Maybe give him some loving by, bump and run. We're at Bristol, baby. And that's what I was talking about earlier at the beginning of the broadcast there. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some trucks, just a little love tap, move them out of the way, let them know that you're there.
Yeah, this is a place where the bumper can be definitely used. So
It's
I
your
wouldn't be
friend.
surprised to see that. It's definitely your friend when it comes to stuff like that. And I can tell you what, Robert, our past leader, Jason Finsler, if we go back and check him out here in the 13th now, about to fall back to, I believe, the fourth. Well, no, he's actually still 13th. That's a lap truck passing with Brett Somers. His truck is down on power. You'll see they get on the straightaways, and the trucks are going to pull away from him as he actually blinks a little bit there too. But yeah, he is definitely down on power here. You'll see. Look at this run from the 23.
Oh
That is
yeah.
just all power and still quick to the corners, but no power on the straights is not going to be good as he's running very slow lap times compared to our leader. And uh, I think he's probably considering maybe that fast repair. He probably should have used it now.
Yeah, leaders are running 15.4 to his 15.9.
Well, and another question is we're looking at that. I'm thinking he still has a fast repair, but it's possible he could have gotten into the wall multiple times during that first run, and all it takes is one little pretty good little scrape of the side, and you don't uncheck that fast repair when you come down the pit road, and boom, you have no fast repair left. So I am interested if he accidentally maybe used that fast repair, and that's why he can't get that truck fixed. If not, he's going to be in for a long night in that 5.
Yeah, very long night. So got a battle going back here. John trying to overwork there in 14th and 15th position.
Oh, and thank you, Brandon, out there in the chat. He's saying that he believes the NASCAR lap record is a 14:52.7. So a 14:80 qualified on pole here tonight. So that's only 3/10 off of the lap record here for a NASCAR Cup car. So that just shows you how fast these guys were getting around here tonight. And he said it was either Ryan Blaney or Chase Elliott in the article he read was confusing. So yeah, I feel you on that. Articles can be confusing sometimes.
Fake
Clicking
news.
on some good laps. Clicking on some good laps here.
Yeah.
In this race right now. So look at Michael Newman. He started 13th. He's up to 6th. We got a lot of guys who have moved up from their starting positions.
And that's it. Just take it easy. And it looks like the race now finally here. Looks like we're going to get under green flag racing here now, Zach. Everybody's basically spread out. They know what their trucks got. They know what they need to do. And it's looking very clean right now.
Everybody doing a great job. Oh, battle shaping up for the second position. Trevor Earhart taking a look on the 74, Mike Aiello Jr. here for the second place position. Oh, couldn't make the pass work. He got a little bit loose there on the bottom. Runs up that middle lane. Can he get the run off? Very decent run, but great run from Mike Aiello Jr. off of turn 4. Here goes Trevor Earhart back to the bottom lane. Can he make it work? This is like some good old-fashioned dirt racing. But there's no dirt on the track yet.
You had to bring that dirt up, right?
I didn't even think of that when I said it.
Well, you see he fell back there again, back to third position. He was looking very strong, and I think his tires started not getting too happy there on him, Zach. So I think he backed off a little bit and maybe cool him down a little bit and give it another run as we got the 88 of Banks catching up to him here.
Yeah, also when you're side by side like that, you got to look in your mirror and say, the chances you take. I've had multiple times here at Bristol where I've been running in the second position and there's a line of 6 or 7 cars and you go out to get that run on that lead car, go to the bottom and you don't complete that pass, you're going from second to 7th if you don't get back up in that top lane. So there's a lot of times where you jump out, and if you see somebody coming in your rearview mirror, you got to get that one shot at it. As you see here, Earhart's going to go back to the bottom here, but he can't give up too much time. See, he's going to duck back to the bottom side, but here comes the 88. If the 88 can just stick his nose in there, it's going to be tough for that 25. This is great racing here for the second position. Here comes the 88, possibly going to get to the outside of the 25 now, unless the 25 closes the door off the 2 here.
Wow, what battling we got going on here for second, third, and fourth position. These guys are all over each other.
And I think Jason Finsler's engine has expired. think the 5 of Jason, yeah, he definitely had an engine expire as he's on pit road, rolling back to pit road now. But great battle for second here between the 25 and the 74 Mike Aiello Jr. This is great stuff to see. Yeah, I feel like if Trevor can get ahead, he's quicker because he's making progress on the bottom there, but you can just see it's just not enough. He needs Mike to definitely overdrive it and make a mistake up top. That's what makes Bristol so hard to pass, though.
Basically, pinching him down to make him lose his momentum.
Exactly right. And actually, Jason Finsler just leaving pit road now in the 5 truck, and he's gonna actually get back out on racetrack because he did have a fast repair. So now, man, I feel for him there because now he's 3 laps down, and he did have a fast repair. So that is unfortunate for him. Great battle continuing on here. This is great to see. And I tell you what, is bringing not only Ian Baker into the picture, but Dylan Waltman, who's made a few passes now up to 5th. He's running times just as similar to these guys. So we'll see if Dylan can get himself up in the picture here because this battle is just great.
Well, and speaking of that, as he's battling, these guys are battling back here. Nate Morris has pulled out to a 3-second lead, but he's got a lollygag of trucks in front of him that he's going to have to deal with.
Yeah, he really is going to have to work this traffic as best to his ability. But right now, he's got a gap to do it smoothly. You know, when you got a gap, when the trucks are right behind you, you're kind of forced to go sometimes. But if you got a gap build up like he does, it makes it a little bit easier on you. As you can see, Trevor Earhart still trying to make that bottom work. It's just so tough. You know, Trevor, he's definitely quick right now. It's just he cannot complete that pass. And you know that's so frustrating, but it's just it's one of the things here at Bristol. You got to be able to make that pass work. He's got a decent run off the floor there. I think there's gonna be a lap truck in the way though here.
Oh, do we go 3 wide? Do we go 3 wide? Oh, we did.
There. Oh, there's a bump, and I think we're gonna stay green there. Oh, that was unfortunate for the 25 and the 88. That let Dylan Walton get by the 88. That moves him up the 4th, and he'll possibly be coming here. There's Jason Finsler on the new tires and new cars. He's plowing through the field.
And that's the thing. We talked about it all night. Lap traffic.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you know, Trevor, I know, wanted to make that move, but that's tough to do when there's a lap car on that bottom lane. Stick it through wide like that. It's a risky maneuver.
Well, and also I know Trevor also used his fast repair, his first pit stop, because he did have damage on that truck and it was clean, and now he doesn't have no fast repair and he's got front end damage and rear end damage. Now with that front end damage there, Zach, does he have to worry about that truck maybe overheating?
With the damage he has right now, I would say Trevor is good, but Ian Baker would be the one I'd worry about the most in that 88. Is he got into the rear there of him, and you can see that nose is just straight on center punched, and that's never a good thing for the cooling.
No, it's not.
Another thing with that too, with the reason why it's really bad here to get nose damage is because of overheating. Overheating is a huge issue because these cars are revving so hard here. The gearing is made to, you know, get such a high RPM before you enter the corner that you just turn so many RPM that the motor is just going to continuously heat up. Looks like Matt Joe back here in the 89 in the 8th position with Justin Stonard in the 33 directly behind him in 9th. They're about 11 seconds back from leader Nate Morse as they continue on this run.
Just reading some chat out there, and yeah, his pace has fallen off big time. I do believe, I'm not exactly sure whose chat's talking about, Trevor or Ian.
Well, I can tell you what, the issue with Trevor there, he's already back on the back bumper of Mike Aiello Jr., and he was a second and a half back. Mike Aiello Jr. definitely struggling right now with the front tires. And here comes Dylan Walterman. You know, I've seen this 46. He's actually been able to make passes on the bottom. The 46 has been one of the few trucks I've seen really make the bottom lane work. And I think he could actually make pretty quick work of Mike here as he actually runs it very well. Mike gets it to the wall. Here's it comes side by side off of 2. Great run still for the 46 as he stays side by side. Can he continue to pull forward here as they come out of 4? Going to be side by side, a little bit of nose head ahead there. If he keeps getting that ground, he keeps getting on the 74, he will make the pass. And look, out of 2, he's almost clear. One more time, can he make the bottom work? And he will be clear for that second position. Here goes Dylan Walterman, and he will clear the 74 Mike Aiello Jr. and move himself on up to second.
Wow, nice
and
run.
That's how you make the bottom work.
Yep, Burr's strong there. But also, Mike's got some front-end damage there, Zach, too. He got hard into the wall. Not the one time we seen him, but before that, he's got some damage, which is helping Trevor there get right back to him.
No, you're exactly right. It's definitely hurting on that truck for him. So we're seeing right now, though, at 25, try to make the pass again on the bottom. And I tell you what, the thing that the 25, I don't see that he's doing the 46 does. The 46 does a very good job of carrying a lot of entry speed. Oh, is the leader involved in something up front? He's in the outside wall, but they're going to stay going. This is going to shake everything up for Nate Morris in the 22. Going to lose a lot of time here, but still going to come out with about a 4-second lead. That was almost catastrophic, Robert. I just caught the end of it, and he smacked the wall at the front end there with the lap car beside him.
Yeah, it looks like it was 21 of Newman that he got together with there. But like you said, he's still got a 3.5. Oh, and he's bringing it into pit road. He says, nope, damage is too much. I'm not going to take the chance. And he's coming down pit road, which is now going to give the lead to that 46 of Waterman.
Wow, that shakes everything up. I did not expect these guys to pit unless they have a lower fuel load than I think. That's the only other thing I could think of that possibly could be. But, yeah, I mean, pitting there is going to be an interesting call with really, only nearing 30 to go.
I thought they would be able to make it on fuel too, but now
never know sometimes.
Yeah, now we got a battle. Now we got a battle, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 trucks up front here running second and third, all beat up. Look who's coming up through the field. We got Loveland. He's working his way back up through the field. We got the 94. Oh, and never mind. We have that is on
22.
Yeah, Nate Morris is involved after coming out on fresh tires, cold tires like you talked about, Zach, and just something went
good on the bottom.
Yep, something went hooray, and we'll see what happens here. Oops, that might be the wrong replay.
Oh, just a little deep into the corner, losing the rear.
That was the one. Do apologize. There it is. Yeah, just cold tires.
Ooh.
Well,
I'll tell you what, the rest of the field's going to pit here, get fresh tires. The guys who did not like that, I feel like, are the 5 of Jason Finsler and Nate Morrison at 22. Well, of course, Nate Morrison didn't want to spin out there, but yeah, that kind of hurts their situation there. Is I think they're going to have to take a wave here to try to get back to 1 lap down. As actually, I believe Nate Morris somehow did he get the lucky dog even though he was in the wreck? I'm not sure actually. As we do have a few lap trucks coming to hit pit road here.
We'll have to see what. Got fresh tires. Whole field just shaken up from qualifying results.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to Bristol, baby.
Yeah. Good way to put it there, Robert. That's for sure. Dylan Walterman now put himself up in lead from 14th to 1st, and also Mike Aiello Jr. in the second position, 15th to 2nd. I must say that is impressive. Sean Huffstutler, they're 12th to 4th. A lot of guys moving up from not great qualifying spots, and that's really good to see that these guys, they found something in the race. Because not everybody's going to put down that fast burner lap here at Bristol. But putting down good, consistent laps here at Bristol is an art.
And that's something I used to be able to do. I wasn't fast, but I could run in the top 5 and just put down same lap after lap after lap after lap. Like
And
you were saying
that's
there.
a very good key.
Now, how many truck? Okay, good. Are we going on the same page here?
You go first, because I want to hear.
I was gonna say now, how many trucks used their last fast repair? I don't know if that's where you're going with it.
That's a good point too. You know, a lot of guys probably out of fast repairs now. Not much they can do in that standpoint. But one thing I will say is the fact that Brandon Colley out there in the chat, he brought up a very good point. He said so far in the race, the one thing we've learned is you're not safe being the leader. And that is a tremendous fact here at Bristol. You're never safe. You could be leading this race by 10 seconds, and with 5 to go, something happens. So I'm telling you, it's going to be wild. We're going to have 25 to go when we get everything shooken up, and I'm excited to see how it all plays out.
25 to go. Wow, man, we clipped off some laps really fast. Everybody sit back and get ready here as we got 25 to go here with Underdog Racing League. Make sure you check them out over there on the iRacing portal. Great simulation we got here that iRacing gives us. Laser scan tracks, laser scan cars, laser scan everything as green flag is out and Waterman is gone. He says, see ya, bye-bye.
Yes, he did. The 46 shot out of a cannon here. It's going to have the short run pace. 74 battling the 94. Looks like the 74 will clear down in the 3 of Mike Ayala Jr. Move himself up to second there. And Sean Huffstutler there directly behind in the 94. You also got James Loveland in the outside lane there in the 56 coming into the picture. Also, he was quicker earlier. Got caught up in an incident. Oh, and there goes Trevor Earhart. What's wrong with Trevor Earhart in the 25? Is he hitting pit road?
Yeah, he is.
Something must be wrong there for the 25.
Maybe something broke on the chassis of the vehicle.
I have no clue. We'll have to see what he does. I mean, he may be serving a penalty. He may have the 10 incident limit. That's exactly what it is. He must have hit 10 incidences. And if you get 10 incidences, remember, you get that drive-through penalty.
We got a vehicle spinning around.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. Trevor just spun it out coming out of
Trevor
pit road.
did.
No yellow, though.
He got it back going, so we're good to green.
I'll tell you what, this 94, I got a funny feeling this 94, I picked him to win the race. He's just, wow. He's on a roll.
Sean is looking. Sean, and what I've noticed about Sean is he closes races out very well from the races we've done so far. You know, Darlington in position to win the race. Great run for him. Now coming here to Bristol in second position here with 19 to go. Got a long way to go to Dylan Walterman. And I tell you what, Dylan Walterman all night has been impressing me with his bottom lane pace. That's the real big thing I noticed from that 46 that's really helped him. But the thing is he's leading now. He don't have to pass anybody, so that really doesn't help him. But we'll see if he can hold on to it. You also got Justin Stunner, who's moved up into the top 5 here tonight. That's a great run for him. James Loveland, he's putting the pressure on Mike Ayala Jr. for that 3rd position, for that final podium position, to maybe get a talking with me.
Yeah, talk with Zach Attack. I'm just watching here. He is 94 is losing ground though on Waterman there. That 46.
Yeah, not running as fast at lap times there as the 46. So yeah, Dylan Walterman doing a great job here with 16 to go. And I tell you what, 16 to go will click off so fast. So with a 1.5-second gap here, definitely Sean's gonna have to get stuff going very quickly if he wants to catch that 46.
Yeah, well, that or barring no yellows, with 15 to go, we might have hashtag Zach Attack Yellow, but you never know. But if he doesn't catch any lap traffic, I mean, Sean needs him to catch lap traffic is what he needs, you know, to maybe slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. That, you know, if he gets some lap traffic, it could slow him down here. With 13 to go, looking out the front for Dylan right now, not very much traffic. He's got Christopher Heights, who's about 3 or 4 seconds ahead of him here, and then the rest of the field another good 2 seconds ahead. So I don't think he's going to catch any considerable traffic here before the end of the race, but you never know. We've seen tonight being the leader is not a safe position.
Have we had multiple winners just for Jason?
James has won multiple races also.
Okay.
Let me see, because Justin Starr did get me the points there. So let me look and see. So yeah, James Loveland's the only multiple winner. We've had James Loveland win twice, Ian Baker and Jason Finzel
Wow.
win. So
That shows the powerhouse of this league.
exactly.
Any
Different
driver
guy,
can win.
Definitely does. Coming in here tonight, Dylan Walterman right now has 0 top fives through the first 4 races. So
good
this
bounce
is
back.
huge race for him, and great stuff to see from that number 46 truck.
We got 9 to go. As his spotters telling him, clipping them off. Looking good. See if he can bring it home for his first victory of the season.
And he is driving away too, I must say.
Yeah.
In that 46. So he's got that thing hooked up and figured out here. As 7 laps to go here at the Bristol Motor Speedway for Dylan Walterman to pull off his first victory of the season here at the Underdog Racing League. I think the battle right now is going to be for third. Third is looking like the closest thing we got, as the 74 here, Mike Ayala Jr. trying to hold off the 56 of James Loveland.
James has a great too. He's actually he's only up 1 position. I do apologize. I thought he was up more than that, as it's a battle for second and third position right here. Second, third, fourth.
Yeah, second not far away, and then James Loveland not getting far away from that back bumper here with 5 to go. Here he comes up the inside. Got a pretty good run there off of 4. Still got a nose on the bottom. Can he make the bottom lane work? See, he washes up the racetrack. This is a smart move from James Loveland. See if he can get a decent run. Not good enough. Mike Ayala Jr., they're going to clear as he pulls back to the 3rd position. But here coming to 3 to go. What can the 56 do? I think it might take a bumper.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I know we talked at the beginning too about that low line. Or a mistake like that.
Mistake from the 74. Also, the 94 in front of him struggling just a teeny bit here as we come to 2 to go. Can he make it work? Mike Ayala Jr. rebounds off the wall, does a great job here to keep it going. Great run from the 74 here as they continue through 3 and 4. We're going to see the white flag in the air for Dylan Walterman as this battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th is getting spicy here as they go down the 1. 74 to the back bumper of the 94. 56 to the back bumper of the 74. Where do they go? Here goes the 74 to the bottom lane of the 94. He sends it down below. Can he make it stick? Here comes the 74 around the outside. And second's going to go to Sean Humpstuffler with Dylan Walterman bringing home your win here tonight with Mike Ayala Jr. in the 3rd position.
Wow.
What a finish.
What a finish is correct. As the fireworks go off, congratulations to our race winner as he's going to burn it down, get his first victory here of the season here with Underdog Racing League. Congratulations to him. But all right, well, we're going to get our top 3 hopefully here for our post-race interview here. So stick around and we'll be right back as we get everybody ready.
All right, we are back here after a wild race here for the Underdog Racing League at the Bristol Motor Speedway. And what a race it was. We had a lot of great drivers out there putting on a show for us. And I tell you what, we seen that lead change hands multiple times tonight. So that was great to see. But let's get it talking here with our top three finishers as Mike Aiello Jr. there pulling home third here tonight in that 74. Great job by him. First top five of the season. Let's see what he has to think about his first top five of this season for himself in that 74 truck. Hey, Mike, it's Zach up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Zach, I sure do. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, Mike. Well, what a race it was for you to started in that 15th position and was able to charge up to that top three and put yourself in the top two for most of that end of the race there, and just did a really good job of holding on to that position as you had the 25 battling you there for a while and the 74 man, but you held strong there and was able to bring home your first top five of the season here for the fifth race. So how's that feel?
Yeah, the number 74 race MLR.com Toyota was fast, and I knew we'd be up front. But at this track, at the beginning stages of the race, you got to be smart. And so I didn't really worry about qualifying. And as soon as we took the green flag, I ducked down on the apron and went to dead last and let them work out their accidents there at the beginning. Avoided all those and then just gradually worked my way up. And, one of the faster cars on the track all night long. And I conserved my tires and kept the car clean. So that's what you got to do here. You got to be smart, race the track, not the other guys. And probably could have had Sean there at the end, but I had James on my tail. And if I would have made the wrong move at the wrong time, he would have closed that high side and I would have lost another position. So happy to bring it home third.
Yes, definitely there. Yeah, great decision making there not to put yourself in a position to lose the position, as we know how good that outside lane is as you were catching up to the 94 there at the end of the race to possibly get second. That was a great finish down to the very end here at Bristol. Now, Bristol's a really tough racetrack. Like you said, we got to race the racetrack, not your competitors out there, and keep your mindset always on just how tough this track is. Next week, we head to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, where that flat, tough track there. How do you feel about going into that one? Does you feel like that can kind of suit what you got going into there?
There's very few tracks that I don't do well at, and we've done well at the beginning of the season. Got wrecked out a couple races, both in the trucks and the cups. That's not nothing we can do there. New Hampshire, good track. I've won there several times. Race the track, not the competitors. And so as long as you know that, if someone's a little bit faster than you or they got the inside position, let them have it because you're gonna make the move around them in another couple laps. So on these longer runs, like we've got really good competitors in here, we're going to get these long green flag runs. Let them chew their tires up early, and we'll catch up and pass them later. So that's smart. It's smart track up there. You race the track, not the competition, and we'll do really well up there.
Awesome stuff, Mike. Well, congrats again here tonight on third. You did an amazing job here to put yourself in that third position after starting near the middle part of the field. So great race for yourself tonight, Mike. Congrats on that. Anybody want to send a shout to before we let you go and get prepared for New Hampshire next week?
Zach, thank you for you guys for doing an excellent job on the broadcast. I want to thank Karen, my crew chief, and my mom, my number one fan.
Well, thank you very much, Mike. You have a great night, and we will catch you at New Hampshire, man.
You do too. Thank you.
All right, that was Mike Aiello Jr. there in the third position here tonight, getting his first top five of the season. Like he said, shown a lot of speed this season, but just unfortunately got caught up in a few things that have hindered him from getting the position he most likely deserves. So we'll have to see what he can do at New Hampshire. He sounds like he's pretty rared up for that. So I'm excited to see what the 74 will bring for us next week at New Hampshire. But I tell you what, I think we'll pull up our second place man here, Sean Huffstutler, and see what his thoughts are on tonight in that 94 as he continues to just be a powerhouse here in this truck series and continue to put himself in great positions as his fourth top five of the season. I can't move him. Hey, Sean, it's Zach in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, Sean, another great race for yourself tonight, man. Giving yourself four top fives in these first races. The only place you haven't got top five was Daytona there. So, man, what a great way to start the season for yourself. How does it feel to come out here with your fourth top five tonight at Bristol?
Oh, it feels good because there was a couple of accidents that happened in front of me that I don't know how I got through them. So it was a lot of luck.
Well, you did a great job with that luck, my friend. You put yourself in great positions there, and like you said, some of them wrecks hard to miss here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Just stuff happens all over the place. But great to come out here tonight in that second position for yourself as you continue your strong run here again. And I'm sure a win is right around the corner for that 94 if you keep putting yourself in these top 5 positions. And we head to New Hampshire next week. That's a very tough flat racetrack there, 1 mile. What's the feelings going into New Hampshire next week, Sean?
Just be consistent. I feel pretty good about New Hampshire. I kind of like it. Most of the guys don't like it. So, looking for another top 5, be consistent, stay out of trouble, and race hard and clean.
Well, that's a great mentality to have, my friend. So congrats tonight on that second place finish again. Did an amazing job out there in the 94, man. And anybody want to send a shout to before we let you go?
Hey, thank you guys for broadcasting Freaky Fast. That's awesome. You guys do a great job. And of course, all the league members that, this is kind of like a racing family. All these guys are really good guys. It's a great league to be a part of. So just a shout out to all of them.
Well, thank you very much, Sean. You have a great night, and we will catch you next week at New Hampshire.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right. That was Sean Hufstutler there in the 94 machine, bringing home his 4th top 5 of this season. But man, oh man, I tell you what, Dylan Walterman, it was his night tonight in that 46. And let's see what he has to say. He's coming home from the 14th starting position to 1st and getting his first top 5 of the season to boot with it. So that's amazing to see for Dylan. Let's hear what Dylan's going to say. Hey, Dylan, Zach up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, Dylan, what a great race it was for yourself tonight, man. 14th to 1st. And I must say, man, you really were one of the trucks out there that I noticed tonight that could actually make that middle to bottom lane work to make the passes. And I think that was really your strong suit. You could, use your speed and get by people where most people could catch somebody, but they couldn't get by them. First top 5 here tonight, also with the win. How does that feel? And how did you make the bottom lane work so good?
To be honest, I don't know. It's my first win on asphalt. I can win the dirt races, but first win on asphalt, and I don't know. When I was talking with the people in the chat I was with, after we had that long run and we were talking about tire wear, and everybody was saying they only had 60, 58%, and I looked down at mine and I had 76 still, so I was hoping for that green flag run to go all the way.
Yeah, you definitely were, man. You could see it in your truck tonight, man. I mean, you could tell you definitely were keeping that right front tire under you better than most guys. Just you seem to be able to roll that bottom and just make the momentum carry through there to off the corner. And it was impressive to watch. And you're talking about the dirt stuff. I mean, they're adding dirt to this track, so that's pretty cool. But also, this place you got to move around a lot, and I think that is something you can probably, use in dirt experience to use here, because this is not a place where you're going to be able to stick to one line the whole race. You're going to have to move around and make passes where you don't want to go. So congrats tonight on the win. That was fantastic to watch. You pulled that out there, and we've seen all night the leader just kept getting in trouble at any point, but you were the leader that stayed out of the trouble. So that was great to see for yourself, man. We head off to New Hampshire next week. What do you think you can take from here to there?
Nothing. Last season we were there, I think I was sideways every turn. I could not get that track figured out to save my life.
Yeah, it's a tough racetrack. That flat track there, like a bigger version of Martinsville, they say. So we'll have to see how that shakes out for you there, man. But congrats on the win tonight. Pulling off your first victory here through the first 5 races, first top 5 too. So that's great to see you get a top 5 here tonight with the victory. So that's a huge step for you there in the points also. So that should move you up. But anybody want to shout out to before we let you go and celebrate this thing, Dylan?
Just everybody in the league, everybody racing clean and allowing us to do this without any complaints, and you guys with the streaming too. Doing a great job.
Oh, well, thank you very much. We appreciate that very much, Dylan. It's kind words we love to hear, but man, great job tonight. You really put on a show, and we'll have to catch you next week in New Hampshire. Hopefully you can carry this momentum on through the rest of the season.
Hopefully I can do something there.
We hope so, man. You have a great night, Dylan, and congrats again, man.
You too. Thank you.
All right, that was Dylan Walterman. You can hear it in his voice. That man was happy, and that's awesome to hear. I love hearing people that are just like, man, I don't know where that came from, and it just happened. And That's the beauty of racing. And congrats to Dylan Walterman on the win tonight. Thank you to the Underdog Racing League for putting on a great show here at Bristol. But we need to pull up the race results so we can tell you where your favorite drivers finished. As you can see there, Dylan Walterman pulling off the victory tonight for his first win of the season. Second is going to go to Sean Huffstutler after a great run again. Third is going to go to Mike Ayala Jr. there in the 74 machine. Fourth is going to be James Loveland, our only multi-time winner. Fifth is going to go to Justin Stunnard, another solid finish for him. Sixth is Matt Jove in that 89 machine. Ian Baker after that, a lot of nose damage there, pulling it home in the 7th position. Eighth is going to go to Jake Williams in that 29. Ninth is John Magner. 10th goes to Kevin Orlando Jr., last car on the lead lap. 11th there, Nate Morris, after leading multiple laps here tonight, starting at 2nd position, will finish 11th. 12th is going to go to Nick Alves in the 24 machine. 13th, probably the dominant truck of the night with the speed-wise. The 5 of Jason Finsler just not getting what he needed there, getting caught up in a wreck after a pit road mistake. 14th is going to go to Trevor Earhart, another fast truck out there on the racetrack. 15th is going to go to Scott Kerberg. 16th, Dennis Steele in that one machine. 17th is going to go to Brett Somers. 18th, Carl Kooks. 19th is going to be Christopher Heights. 20th, Michael Newman. 21st, Eddie Wildermuth. And 22nd, rounding out your field, will be Lance Durham. As, man, what a race that was, Robert. Very quick and very great to watch, I must say.
I agree, man. Welcome to Bristol, short track racing. God knows whatever happens in here, man. Beating and banging. Leaders, like we were talking, it was not safe. The last place car was not safe. It's just action packed. This track just brings a lot of action here at good old Bristol Motor Speedway. But all right, well, we're going to get ready to sign off here tonight from Freaky Fast Broadcasting and from Bristol Motor Speedway. We want to say thank you to all the fans out there on YouTube and Facebook, and thank you to Underdog Racing League. We will catch everybody Sunday afternoon when we have Global Racing League. And don't forget, this coming Sunday, we have a double header. We'll have Global Sim Racing League at 12:20. So you get your afternoon Freaky Fast fix. And then at 6 o'clock, or we'll be going live at 5:50, Adrenaline iRacing League's duel at Daytona International Speedway as they open up their season here with Freaky Fast Broadcasting. So me and Zach like to say thank you to everybody for tuning in, but we will catch you on the next stream. God bless everybody. Love yous all. Peace out.
Later, everybody.